Hey everybody, it's your friend Kevin. Welcome to this space. Welcome to your card of the day. Today's Thursday, the 20th of April, 2023. And this is your card of the day. Okay, so we're using Angel Tarot cards by Radley Valentine, artwork by Steve Roberts. Let's get this show on the road. Great Father in the sky, loving Mother in the earth, angels, ancestors, spirits from all realms and all four corners, thank you for the opportunity to bring this message to all those who wish to listen. I set the intention to be clear, to be inspirational, motivational, loving, kind, all of the things that lift people up. So be it, so shall it be. Whoop, there you go. That one just kind of was a bit messy shuffle, but I'm going to go with it. I like that when that happens. It makes my life a little bit easier. Whoops. There we go. All right, so here we go. So we've got the World card, Archangel Michael. That seems to be our significator of the week. The card that kind of brings a bit of emphasis to whatever this card is and whatever this message is. So let's go. The King of Air. Now, the other day we had a very similar card where it felt like the person was being chased, or at least running through the forest. This time it is the king walking through the forest on the back of a unicorn and really being surrounded by all of the others. So their message that comes at the bottom of the card is: speak your mind with confidence. Seek out any professional advice. This is about mental balance, emotional considerations. The King of Air is seen to be brilliant, also impartial, professional, and diplomatic. Now, that's the card. And if I place this with Archangel Michael's energy, who's really saying the time for you to be quiet and not say a whole lot is over, it's done. The World card is saying a job well done. You've done your homework. You've done your research. You can now step forward with confidence and say what it is you're looking to claim. You know, today is an eclipse. I was listening to a couple of astrologers yesterday just to get an idea on what that means, what it doesn't mean. You know, this is not the first time an eclipse has happened. And I feel like there are some who may want to horribilize these planetary changes. And indeed, if somebody's chart is set up to such a way where there's an awful lot of resistance coming up, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. It means that you get a forecast similar to the weather forecast, with which you can then navigate the best way to chart your movements, your course, your ideas forward. And I believe that's what the energy of the King of Air is talking about today. Now, air would be, in traditional tarot, swords. They are ideas, they are thoughts, they are of the mind, they are of the thinking. And remember that a thought then becomes a feeling, and you can change the way you think and the way you view anything in order to get in front of a potential harmful feeling about something. Now, the King of Air is the energy of being brilliant, definitely diplomatic, and most assuredly impartial. So if you are privileged to speak today, or to prepare even if you are preparing a speech, even if you've decided that you're going to teach a class, and the class is going to be about maybe divination, maybe spirituality, maybe how you handle situations, perhaps you're being called upon because you're seen as a wise, diplomatic, impartial person. You might receive some valuable advice from an intelligent friend or professional. Just make sure any decisions that you make today are fair. They're equitable. Don't be timid to consult someone else. You can also speak your mind, particularly when you find that you are part to a conversation of judgment. You know, this card itself, the King of Air, represents a person who's at the top of their field. That would be like a judge or a lawyer or a speaker or somebody who's really quite brilliant, quite scholarly. Now, Archangel Michael's influence with it says that's likely the arena that you're stepping into, and let's use Archangel Michael as that person, that diplomatic person that makes sure the pathway forward is clear, that your past is not coming into your presence and mucking up the water, that your distractions from left and right are not stopping you from moving forward, and any thoughts that you've got coming into your mind that's not for your highest good, use Archangel Michael's influence to move it out of your way. We have the power and the ability to choose. The challenge with choosing is that we have to have that balance. We have to understand that the not so good energies, the not so good feelings need to be there so we can appreciate and have a jumping off point to what we're looking for. You know, it doesn't matter whether you're following Esther Hicks or I was listening to Radley's book. I've got his books in print, but I also love to hear how he reads them. Oh my goodness, I've got it sitting here. Where is that book? It's not Magical Things, it's another one. Manifesting Your Magical Life, something of that nature. Where he's really talking about, you know, we can follow the laws of attraction, which is where you're putting your focus, where you're putting your energy, and particularly what you're saying. I usually pay attention to the actions of someone, because to be honest with you, how somebody is showing up is how they show up everywhere. They can tell me anything they want to tell me. I want them to show me what you're talking about. Excuse me. Show me what you're on about. Let me see for the evidence. Because once I get some receipts, I call it, proof. Here's the receipt, here's the proof that someone is a person of their word, person of integrity, which I believe the King of Air is. This is a person of their word, a person of integrity, a person who's trusted, a person who is, you know, not going to let you down, a person who's going to come through for you. That's who that is. And that, I believe, is you. Yeah, watch your languaging today. And see if you're being caught up in something that, you know, you don't really need to be caught up in. I like the conversations that happen where somebody wants to get validation for their point of view. And today might be that day where your point of view and somebody else's that you care about, that you like, that you are maybe enjoyment of, has a different view to you. But that's okay. They're allowed. They're allowed to have an opinion. Sometimes folks will give you an opinion, a thought, an idea, advice, what have you, unsolicited. I don't think the intention is to hurt or maim or upset, but it can. I know myself. I've been, oh, goodness, that was a little tough for me to listen to. But one of the things I really admire about the close friends I have is that they are not frightened to tell me the truth. They are just not frightened to say, listen, I feel indifferent about this and I am not here to upset you, cause you harm or say anything. It just bothers me that this is going on. Okay, let's talk about it. And we go have a cup of coffee, we talk about it. And usually I'll listen to what they have to say. This is a kind of the energy of today, the King of Air, standing in your power without being bossy, without being egotistical, without having that basically ego edging out God. Using Archangel Michael to say, listen, show me a powerful way to deliver this message, or to say what I've got to say. I love using these cards of the day, and I like bringing you these messages because they actually do help me too. I know for a fact I'm not the same person I was before. I was very quick to react and get into a certain way of being, having petty annoyances where I didn't need to have petty annoyances. And then I went through this period of just being straight up, straightforward and saying my truth. That was a bit of a struggle until I realized, oh, hang on a minute. I was learning to tiptoe around these conversations because of what I saw other people doing, which isn't authentic. It is just, I don't know what it was. Not authentic. Fake. Anyway, I digress. Listen, thanks so much for liking, for subscribing, for doing all the things that you've been doing. I don't know how I can say and express how grateful I am to all of you. This has been quite a wonderful ride. It's not been quite 3 years since I started this journey. I am amazed with myself that, whoa, I did it. I didn't know at the time when I was buying all this equipment, spending all this money. Why am I buying lights? Why am I buying this camera? Why am I buying this microphone? Why am I, spending money? What's the point? And that was 3 years ago. No clue. I just felt like this is something I should be doing, but didn't know why. But thank you, your support and tuning in and giving me the comments keeps it going. And I'll be the advocate for anyone who says, I don't know how you do what you do. I don't know how you set up this website. I don't know how you set up the studio. I don't know how you put these programs together. You seem to know what you're doing. I didn't. I'm a hairdresser of 40, I don't know how many years now, 6. I started in 1997, a shampoo boy on a Saturday. Oh gosh, that was back in the day when they neutralized perms. I am going way back, people. Listen, you have a great Thursday. I'll see you on Friday. Lots of love, many blessings, much love. Stay in your lane. Bye.